I wouldn't have told you this a month ago. I don't know that I would have necessarily told you this 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago even. But going into the Elimination Chamber, the WWE should have left Montreal with a new undisputed Universal Champion in Sami Zayn. Everything changed at the Royal Rumble. Nothing was ever the same again. That angle that closed the Royal Rumble was always intended to be a hot angle, but it was intended to be Elimination Chamber level hot, not industry shaking level hot, to the point where for the 3 weeks between Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber, Raw and SmackDown every week was about one thing: the Bloodline. The dissolving of the Bloodline and Sami Zayn's placement in this entire story. Cody Rhodes punched his ticket, and the world was talking about Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns. It's all we wanted to talk about, to the point that things with Cody got interesting when Cody was also involved in that Bloodline story. This feels very much like, well, Roman Reigns won because Roman Reigns was always going to win. And the question is, why? I understand why Roman was always going to win, but why was that still true when things changed? That's the beauty of professional wrestling. Things change. If Sami Zayn leaves Montreal as the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion, you have not only one of the hottest baby faces of the moment in recent memory. I don't think that, Sami Zayn goes on and is able to maintain this momentum for years. I don't think anybody would. That's not what this momentum is. But this momentum is still a tangible thing. And nobody has it. And nobody's going to get it. You can't manufacture it. It was created. It was a combination of the things that were happening with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline and Paul Heyman and Sami Zayn and the audience. All those things put together in a pot gave us this momentum and gave us this moment. I think that the move would have been to put the title on Sami Zayn, because coming off of that, you have one of the most interesting builds to WrestleMania in recent memory, one of the most unpredictable builds to WrestleMania in recent memory. You would have a build to WrestleMania that would resonate beyond professional wrestling, because it wouldn't be this wrestling storyline that people saw where it was going. It would be, we saw where it was going. It was, we all want Sami to win, Roman wins, and then he goes to WrestleMania to fight Cody Rhodes. Well, what happens when that's not what happens? Who's not watching Raw if Sami Zayn leaves the Elimination Chamber with both those titles as the Undisputed Universal Champion? If Roman Reigns, since returning in the middle of the pandemic, has been beaten via pinfall once, and it's by Sami Zayn, who is not talking about that? I mean, the fact is that leading to the Elimination Chamber, we got this Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn promo. And we got the evidence from the audience that there's an interest here, that people were still on board with the idea of Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes. Is that what I'm proposing for the main event of WrestleMania? No. But to Monday Morning Quarterback, you could have left Montreal with that moment and have everybody tuning in to that first segment of Raw to figure out what's going to happen. What we got on the first segment of Raw was a great segment. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are two of the greatest performers of all time. But if you mean to tell me that the can Sami Zayn win back the trust of Kevin Owens story is as hot as what's going to happen between Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn, you're out of your mind. There's no way. Everybody now sees this coming a mile away. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens reunite. The Usos reunite. That's what they go to WrestleMania with. What would have happened if instead Sami Zayn shows up to Raw with those titles, and the opening segment of Monday Night Raw after the Elimination Chamber is Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn together? If Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn, which nobody thought was going to happen, are meeting face-to-face in the ring, and we're looking at what's to come for WrestleMania, and it's actually sinking in. Oh my God. This is actually happening. And Roman's off TV, right? Roman's off TV for about 3 weeks. We got 6 weeks to WrestleMania. And then with 2 to 3 weeks, either 2 weeks or 3 weeks to go to WrestleMania, that's when Roman Reigns pops back into the fold. And that's when he gets added to the match. So now the WrestleMania main event becomes this triple threat: Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, with Sami defending. You still have all the marketing of Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns in this main event, but now they're both hunting this person that nobody thought would ever be the world champion. Both Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns are trying to complete the story. Roman Reigns is now trying to take back what is rightfully his. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman defined the island of relevancy as being predicated upon that WWE Universal Championship. Roman Reigns has to go into WrestleMania to bring back the island of relevancy. Roman Reigns has to go back to WrestleMania to prove that he truly is the head of the table. Cody Rhodes has to go to WrestleMania to complete the story. Cody is at WrestleMania to do what Cody is. It's the same story that Cody's going to WrestleMania with now. And Sami Zayn is over there, still the crowd favorite, who has to fight off two of the most motivated, strong forces that a WrestleMania main event has ever seen. So what's going to happen there? Does Roman Reigns rebuild the island of relevancy? Does Cody Rhodes get to finish the story? Or does Sami Zayn's Cinderella clock never hit midnight? That's not a compelling main event for WrestleMania. That's not a compelling story. I know it's not the story that we thought we had, but once we see what happened at the Royal Rumble and we feel momentum building and building, and we witness what happened in Montreal on Friday Night SmackDown with Sami Zayn, by the time you get to Elimination Chamber, isn't that the direction to go in? Now, look, I mean, easy for me to say, right? Easy for me to say now when I can tell you the difference between what this week feels like and what last week felt like. Easy for me to say, sure. I think that you could also do the story that you're doing with Kevin Owens now anyway. I mean, if you want to destroy the bloodline, and that's the story we're telling, right? That Cody destroys Roman in the main event and that Sami and Kevin destroy the Usos and now the bloodline is destroyed. Why not instead tell the same story with Kevin Owens, except he's got a different partner, could be literally anybody, and now they're going to finish what Sami Zayn started. Sami Zayn has already taken out the tribal chief. The bloodline has one set of championships left, and Kevin Owens... It could be Kevin Owens and Shinsuke Nakamura. We haven't seen Shinsuke since he did the match in Japan with Great Muta, I don't think. Bring Shinsuke back and bring back the old Shinsuke, the NXT Shinsuke, the Shinsuke that won the Royal Rumble, that Shinsuke, the King of Strong style, and have Shinsuke and Kevin Owens team up to face the Usos. You still can have it. You don't have to sacrifice anything to get there. I mean, in the meantime, because I don't feel like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos is going to cut it for the fan base that is ready for WWE to be white hot again. And we can feel it. It's right there. All you have to do is pull the trigger. It doesn't have to be long term. Sami Zayn does not hold the title past WrestleMania. Whoever you want to go with, Roman or Cody, leave WrestleMania as champion. It could also give you an opportunity to put the title back on Roman Reigns, have him pin Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, and the Cody and Roman story continues on, if you want. I still think, based on what I'm seeing, and I feel all this today, by the way. Tomorrow, I could feel completely different. Tomorrow, I could feel like everything happening with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and the Usos is exactly what they should be doing, and everything's great, and they should be doing this stuff with Cody. I could feel differently tomorrow. I'm telling you how I feel today. Today, I feel like if you want to get that fire back, and I think you do, you've got to put Sami Zayn in the main event of this match. And you've got to have Sami Zayn leaving SoFi Stadium as the champion. Again, you spread out the inevitable. This would have worked so much better if Sami Zayn was walking in as champion, and that way he could leave without the title, and we could start a new story. But you can always have Sami Zayn pin Roman at SoFi at WrestleMania, and then have Cody pin Sami at WrestleMania Backlash. So what you've done is you have made Cody your champion. You've gotten to where you're going. And in between now and WrestleMania 40, Cody loses the title. And by the time we get to WrestleMania 40, he can remind people, hey, I never got what I intended to get. I didn't complete my story. I didn't just want to win the WWE Championship. I wanted to win it at WrestleMania. And now we go to WrestleMania with Cody trying to have his moment. I mean, look. Plans change. Times change. You have to be able to adapt with everything that's going on. Drew McIntyre still hasn't gotten his WrestleMania moment in front of people. And who deserves it more than that guy? Times required something different to happen. If I'm putting together WrestleMania, I'm taking a strong look at somehow correcting the mistake that I think was made at the Elimination Chamber.